Good evening, 42. Your next assignment takes you to Highland Point, a once proud coastal city now held in an iron grip by a man only known as Benzie. Your mission, 42. Eliminate Benzie, preferably without getting caught this time, but honestly, no one's expecting much of you. Ensure plausible deniability, meaning don't leave your business cards this time. Be advised, Benzie has installed a secret escape tunnel beneath his manor, according to reports. Good luck, 42. I arrived at Highland Point and assumed my identity as a freedom-loving hippie living in an RV. I established contact with my contact from the UN. He had left me some cash to get this revolution started. After collecting the cash, I headed back to the RV to find out my cover was literally blown. But luckily, for me, and had mistaken me for a real weed-selling hippie. I relayed this new information to my contact and followed his instructions carefully. I rented the room in the local motel and then my CIA training kicked in. Get protection and make a drug operation to fund the revolution without the knowledge of the US government. Well, step 1 was easy. Step 2 was a lot more hands-on. I went to the local hardware store and got everything I needed and began making my state-approved drug cartel. So, step 1 of step 2 is acquiring customers, and like a good undercover CIA drug dealer, it's time to give out some free samples. After giving the locals a taste of this crisp, clean, US citizens subsidized OG Kush, the orders started rolling in and I kept the weed rolling out. I had a little hiccup with the local law enforcement, but nothing a special agent like me couldn't handle. I kept selling weed until I had enough money to move my headquarters above a Chinese business. As the sun rose, I started moving my equipment to the new location because I suspected my current location might be under surveillance. As soon as I had moved enough equipment to renew my drug operations, I started growing. As the night grew closer, I set my eyes on some new customers. The workload was getting too much for one man to handle. I had to get some help, but who could I trust? Someone who would not sell me out for a bag of weed. But who? Who didn't work for the Benzies? Who could I trust? The whole town is full of junkies. And bingo was his name-o. When I laid eyes on him, I knew all he values is money. As long as I let him keep 20% and keep him stocked up with drugs, he will never betray me. Now that I had someone on the ground helping, I figured out I needed more cash to buy some more influence and hired some illegal immigrants to help with production. One morning I got a message from a number I did not recognize. It told me to meet someone next to the motel. Smelling an ambush, I packed my gun and went to the meet. It was a rep from the Benzies. He apologized for blowing up my RV, and I got relieved that my cover was not blown. He offered me to work with him, but I refused. I let him go because I wasn't ready to start the revolution. Now that I was clearly on my enemy's radar, I had limited time. I had to move quick and get as much support as possible. I had to take drastic measures. So I started making meth. And now are my dealers. Before long, Benzie sent their best hit squads to deal with me. I was running out of time, so I had to expand my business. I bought the local storage unit to increase production of my product. The local corrupt law enforcement was increasingly putting pressure on me, but I still managed to slip around them and sometimes over them. To become less recognizable, I changed my appearance so I could more easily sneak up on my opponents. Time to make my intentions clear and start the operation in full gear. I radicalized the population and they started to get rowdy and making explosives. They weren't too good at it, but still A for effort. I expanded my production to cartel levels. My contact got in contact with me and told me that he had done some digging and found a way to take out the Benzies. I just had to pay the local contractor to dig a tunnel underneath their house, bribe a chemical worker who wanted to break cocaine to give me RDX, and do a favor for the local illegal arms dealer to make the RDX into C4. After all that, the day had come to take out the Benzie. I got dressed for the occasion and went towards my destiny. And just like that, the city had been liberated. I had done it. I walked back to my hotel room, where it all started, and I went to sleep for the first time in a long time, without fearing that my life might be cut short.